guys, so I have a really cool trick to show you today. It's one that I made up myself, so I don't think you'll find this anywhere else. But it's just kind of cool using a couple variables for magic. It's not too hard to learn. I would say this is an intermediate trick. And yeah, I hope you have fun with it. So this is what it looks like. We can have the spectator choose any card in the deck. Let's say they choose this one. I'll show you guys, but I will not look. That is your card. Alright, hopefully you got it. We're going to place it into the center so you can see it's around the center. I don't want to look at it, so I'll show you guys that's about the center. Alright, I'll turn it around. And we're just going to push your card in like this. And we'll give it a few cuts. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 cuts. We'll give it 7 cuts. I'd say that's about good. And you know what, we'll just give it a quick mix just to really mix up every single card, just like so. And you can see that, you know, perfectly normal deck, nothing funny about it. I don't think your card's on the bottom, right? I don't think it was the King of Spades or the Queen of Hearts, so it's not on the bottom, it's not on the top. What we're going to do, though, is something kind of fun that I just like to do and kind of whatever. It's called a deck flip. I'll show you with this card box that has a deck of cards in it. It's pretty simple. You just hold it in a certain way. You give the deck a flip. That's kind of all it is. Not like that. Just kind of fun to do. Just a deck flip. I'm going to do it without the card box, though, so there's a chance that the cards can go everywhere. So I'll show you how to do it. We're just going to kind of flip it like this. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3. And you can see a card actually came out of the deck, like just kind of flew out there. Jack clubs. I don't think that was anything. Was that anything special to you? It was your card. Well, what are the odds of that? So yeah, what's kind of weird about this is that if you do a deck flip, your card just kind of pops out of the deck. I've done it multiple times. It works every time, but just kind of weird. So anyway, that's the trick, guys, and hope you like it. Now for the tutorial. Okay, guys, so for this trick you're going to need a full deck of cards, and that's it. Actually, I shouldn't say a full deck. You can be missing a couple cards or two. I'm not sure if you need a table, but just to be safe, I will say that you do need a table. I'm not sure if you do or not. But I think it's possible to do this without a table. So basically what you're going to do, you can have the person or the spectator or whatever shuffle up the cards as much as they want. Then they're going to choose any card in the deck. It really is a free choice. And I actually don't look in my videos. Some people think, I've gotten comments, some people think that I don't really look away. I want to assure you that I actually do look away. But obviously I won't for the tutorial. So 5 of diamonds, once again, completely free choice. You're going to lose the card in the middle. They can say stop wherever they want. And then you're going to rotate the deck towards yourself, however you want to, or just do whatever. You're going to do a pretty simple control. You're going to push the card in with your thumb, but right about here you're going to push down and bring everything together just like that, and then you just have a thumb break. So basically you just push a card in, but you push down and then you push the rest of the way in, which forms a gap. Now this is obviously exaggerated. It'll probably be more like that. Once you get the thumb break right here, just like that, you're going to insert your pinky. Let's see if I can get a good angle. So like that, you're going to transfer it to that, okay? So now you have a pinky break, and what you're going to do is you're going to lift up half of the top half, so a quarter of the deck. You're going to place it on the table, lift up the rest of the cards from the break, and then place it on the table. Okay, so just half and then the other half. Now you have half the deck left with their card right here, 5 of diamonds. Okay, and then you're going to do this false cut that looks like that. Okay, that was kind of sloppy. But I've taught this in a lot of other videos. The main one was 10 things a magician should know, so check that out. But anyway, I'll just teach you really quick right now. You're going to swing cut a third of the deck in your hand. Their card is right here. You're going to swing cut half of the remaining cards into this hand, but the second half you're going to get a pinky break, just like that. You're going to take the bottom packet, or whatever's left in this hand, place it on the table, lift up from the break, place it on the table, take the remaining cards, place it on the table, which controls the card to the top. So I'll do this one last time, the whole thing. You're going to place it in the center, push in, push down, and then insert your pinky once you get the thumb break. You're going to cut half, then the other half from all the cards from the break, then do the 3-way false cut just like that, and then you just controlled their card back to the top. Now, if I didn't explain that false cut well, click the link where it says 10 things every magician should know. somewhere here. I don't know. I think it's in this corner. But anyway, so yeah, once you control the card to the top, you're going to give it a riffle shuffle. So riffle half in this hand, give it a riffle shuffle, but make sure that their card is maintained on top. So once you do that, you're going to show the deck, say, look, they're all normal cards, and as you come back, you're going to get another pinky break underneath the top 2 cards. So how to do that? You're going to spread out the cards, and then as you bring it back up, you're going to look at those top 2 cards, and then when you come back, you're going to lift up those top 2 cards and put your pinky in there like that. So like this, come back, you're going to lift up like this and get a pinky break. So I'll see if I can get a good angle. So spread out, come back, eyeball those 2 cards, lift up like this. So you're going to lift up, I don't know, about 20-30 degrees. Place your pinky right there and square everything up. Now you have a pinky break underneath the top 2 cards. Once you get the pinky break, transfer to a thumb break. Show the bottom card, saying your card's not on the bottom. Then as you bring it back around, you're going to transfer your thumb break to a pinky break like that. You're going to perform a double lift, and it's pretty easy. You're just going to take both the cards, turn them over as one, have it hanging over the top a little bit. Try to keep them squared up. Then you're going to pull down with your pointer finger, which lifts up this corner, push it back so you can get another pinky break, and then turn it back over just like that. Or you can riffle up the back, or you already have the pinky break, so just have the back corner. You could turn it over like that, where the overhanging edge is towards you, and that just makes it a little bit easier to turn back around. That's just showing that it's not on the bottom or on the top, but really it's on the top still. And then probably the hardest part of this trick is the deck flip. Now do this with your dominant hand or whatever hand you kind of want to. Now the downside to this trick, it's not always 100%. I'd say it's about 50-50, which are very good odds for a magician. How you're going to do this, you're going to have to practice it a little bit. If you have a really good phone case and screen protector, do it with your phone. I just kind of do it wherever. I have dropped it a couple times, but I haven't cracked it. But how you're going to do this, it's kind of like mechanics grip, where it's these 3 fingers on the side, thumb on this side. But the only difference is that your pointer finger is curled on the bottom like that. So rather than this, it's this. So this is the grip. These 3 on the side, pointer finger curled on the bottom, thumb on this side. And how to do the flip, you could start, I should mention, start with half a flip. And then once you could do a half a flip 100%, like I cannot, so just do a half a flip and once you do it like 5 times in a row, each way, so basically once you do 10 half flips in a row after readjusting, you could start working on the full flip, which looks like, not like that, that's a half a flip, but it looks like that sort of. So once you kind of get down flipping a deck with keeping the cards together, you're going to be ready for the next part of the trick. So it's just physics that I found out accidentally. So basically, you're going to extend your pointer finger and push up. So you're going to push and extend. So kind of like a flick, but just with your pointer finger. And as you do that, you're going to let go of all these fingers. So it'll go like that. And that causes it to flip because when you're pushing it, it's rotating it this way. And since you let go, you're basically just pushing it this way. But if you do it without kind of moving up your hand a little bit, it won't really work. It'll look like that. So it's not the best way to do it. So don't go like don't toss it in the air. Just do a slight toss with your hand. I wish I could do it like this, but I just realized gravity is a thing. So I can't show you a side view. But just see, that's what happens when you don't practice. So just toss it up a little bit with your hand and then do the flip. It does take a little practice. I obviously haven't gotten it perfect yet. But anyway, once you do the flip, I'd say like 1 out of 3 times, the top card is going to come off the deck. It's weird. So let's see if I could do it. And you can see there it is. It kind of like stays behind. So you're just going to have to hopefully it'll work for a trick. That's like when I was performing this on the camera, I had to try like 3 times. But in person, you could do a couple deck flips. Like that was perfect right there. And then that was your card. It just came off the top of the deck. But you're going to say, we're going to do a couple deck flips. See, that was the time it was the top 2. But let's say it doesn't work. So I'm going to try to make it not work. Although I can't do that now. But let's say it doesn't work and you kind of get like, you catch it like this. Let's say this happens. You're going to say, so we're just going to do it like a deck flip, just like that. And you're going to keep kind of playing it off and keep doing deck flips until the top card comes off. And it's what's funny about this trick is that it looks like an accident. Like it wasn't in frame, but it just kind of fell off after I did a flip. And you're like, oh shoot, my bad. Was that your card? And it's just kind of, whoa, how'd you do that? And they don't really realize that it was the top card and just fell off. It's really funny. So I'm going to try to go over the entire trick one more time. Basically, choose a card. You're going to lose it into the deck. Control it to the top any way you want. But how I did it, you cut off half, cut off the rest of it, do the through-way false cut, just like that. Then you're going to give it a riffle shuffle, maintaining that card on top, just like that. You're going to show all the cards are nothing funny about them. As you square it back up, get a pinky break underneath the top 2 cards. Transfer it to a thumb break, show the bottom card, saying it's not on the bottom. Transfer it back to a pinky break, do a double lift, saying it's not on the top. Then you're going to perform the deck flip after explaining what it is and kind of how it's just for fun. Do the deck flip, card flies off the deck, which is their card, which is also the top card. And that's pretty much the trick, guys. I hope you like it. And yeah, expect more videos soon.